Well, just weeks after the U.S. and China agreed to ease tariffs on each other's goods, the two nations are accusing each other of violating their deal.
And our Washington correspondent Brendan Scanlon live on Capitol Hill tonight with the very latest. Brendan?
Hey there, Renata and Nick. Good evening. Well, China is essentially accusing the U.S. of undermining that recent temporary trade agreement from back in May. That agreement significantly decreased the tariff rate that each country had imposed on one another. However, at the center of sort of this new tension are disagreements over rare earth minerals that are really essential, not just for consumer products like iPhones and electric vehicles, but also for critical military equipment like fighter jets and missile systems. On Friday, President Donald Trump made claims that Beijing had violated parts of a temporary trade agreement in May, which paused a scorching hot trade war. But on Monday, the Chinese Commerce Ministry accusing the U.S. of, quote, provoking new economic and trade frictions. China says the Trump administration is undermining the agreement, pointing to new AI chip export control guidelines, stopping the sale of certain chip software to China, and potential plans to revoke Chinese student visas. At the center of this latest standoff are concerns over Beijing's export controls on rare earth minerals. Following the temporary agreement last month, China was expected to ease some export restrictions on those minerals, but it hasn't happened. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt saying Monday leaders from both nations are expected to talk this week.
That the two leaders will likely talk this week.
The president is tackling China head on.
David Argyle is the CEO of Real Alloys and has firsthand experience with China's role in the global rare earth minerals supply chain. Argyle says for decades, China has dominated that supply chain, everything from semiconductors to electronics. But President Trump's tariff strategy aims to change that, shifting key production back to U.S. soil.
The U.S. needs to rapidly expand its supply chain independent completely of China.
Argyle believes the administration's strategy is necessary, even if it means short-term pain.
As he does that, and tariffs gives that bridge to do that, then you'll see, I think, a lot of economic growth in these industrial heartlands. In the meantime, for consumer products, there will be some pain. But that pain is necessary because you must bring the jobs back.
And Renata and Nick, during a rally with U.S. steel workers in Pittsburgh on Friday, President Trump announced that he would be raising the tariffs on steel and aluminum imports from 25 to 50%. That increase of 25% is set to take effect on Wednesday. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WENY News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Renata, Nick, back to you.